Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video all about combo building. Now, I feel way too many people tend to overcomplicate the process of building a combo, right? Because here's the thing, you don't need to know like 3,000 elements to build a combo, and like you don't need to like research a ton of weird different elements. You just gotta build yourself a foundation and then build up from it. So, obviously, you're going to need an example, right? Obviously, you're going to need an example. So there's a trick I really like by Evan Nagao. It's called Double Down, alright? And it looks like this. So, like, hold on, I popped it out. So, you get into a trapeze, wrap it around your neck, go down here, underpass, and then bump it a bit. Lands double or nothing. Just like that. Now, that's one of my favorite neck tricks. All right. So now, let's think about this. Let's think about this. I know that to get into a wrist mount, you essentially got to do the same thing you would do for a double or nothing, but you're going to mount it over your wrist like that. What if I took double down, and instead of going over my fingers like I usually do, what if I went over my wrist instead? So let's try that. So again, double down, roll around here, get it on the mount, underpass, pop it over, but say I land over my wrist and then into the wrist mount. See? Just by changing up one single element, we created a completely new trick. All right, so it's not double down anymore. Now it's more like grab my neck by the wrist or something like that. I don't know. Strangle me. We'll call it that. Choke me. I don't know. I'm bad at trick names. So that just applies to one element. That could be considered like a single element of a trick right there. So, say, now that we know that we can get into our wrist mounts, what if we go into our wrist mount, just right away, and say we know kind of like a spirit bomb element, like something like this, where we hop it up, roll it back, and then roll out. Well, now we know how to get into that mount right there, okay? So, we could combine this with our choke me thing. I'm just going to skip the underpass. We can combine that with this, alright? And now we've created a completely new trick that, in all reality, is just a modified double down with the spirit bomb element right there. I missed the spirit bomb, but you get the idea. And that's just one of the really cool ways you can slowly build a trick. Now, let's say you want to try something different. Let's say you want to really like get real unique with your tricks. Say you want to do something like really long. To do that, you're going to need to really start thinking about where your string is. So, and the best thing to do to really kind of figure this out is to just do stuff that, again, you normally would not do. So, let's take a more techie trick. Let's say I took the trick gentrified. So this is gentrified right here. That's gentrified. Let's say I took that trick, and let's say I just, instead of doing this, underpassing, and instead of just dropping this, I'm popping it off to the back instead. Alright? Let's say I lifted it on my finger right here, just to kind of have a bit of control over the yo-yo. And I just kind of hopped it up, landed it right there. That's a pretty cool looking thing right there, right? Now, what if I took that little mount thing, because that kind of looked a little bit like, some, I don't know, what I thought. Say I did this same pop off, but threw it over my finger like this, and then say I hopped on here, drop it, I have an Eiffel Tower. So really try to think differently about where the string is, how you can manipulate the string. That's what's really going to help you come up with some really cool tricks. Like for the long. So like sometimes whenever I'm feeling a bit weird, I have just go into mounts that I really like, and then just try some different stuff here. Like right now I'm just spitballing, and that looked like a pretty cool looking trick. That might score me a couple points right there. And keep in mind, this concept doesn't just apply to single elements. It's going to be applied to full-on tricks. So, say I go into my wrist mount, and I do a spirit bomb. Dickhead. No. Now we got a knot. Fuck. Oh god, that's a bad knot. Hold on. Okay. Now if my yo-yo would cooperate with me, I do a little spirit bomb there. But my yo-yo isn't cooperating with me. Okay, now it really hates me right now. Because you got knotted for no goddamn reason. Stop that. Stop hating me. What did I ever do to you? I know I dinged you a couple times, but that wasn't on purpose. So yeah, so say I go into a wrist mount, I do like the first element of Spirit Bomb right here. And instead of like having to like pop it into this hole right here, what if I pop it up? So like I pop it up and then kind of roll on like this, alright? Then say I kind of just roll around, really try some really wacky stuff. And if I'm still keeping track of the yo-yo, I can do all of this with really no risk. So, boom, see? Pop out the back, after a little bit of untangling, and I got myself a new trick. Now, I'm kind of just spitballing these right here, but these are looking like really cool looking tricks, so I can like go here, and I can do like the first few elements of magic trick. Drop it here. But say I had a different way of getting into the wrist mount in the first place. So, like now. So, like, we know we got our little choke me thing right here. Say I got into it like that. Then I can do the steps to magic trick. I know that technically was a magic trick. And then say I kind of, like, did a Yuki slide element. And then roll back. I don't know, like... It really just depends on, like, thinking about your tricks. Really thinking about where your tricks are coming from. And by doing that, you're going to create some really cool tricks. So, like, always think about where the string is, how you can manipulate it, stuff like that. And before we leave, I'm going to send you off with a couple of elements that, might help. So, like... One little element you could try is going into a sub-mount, pulling this apart. And then maybe roll here. Ooh, I got a little twist here. So, like, that could maybe turn into a kink. Just like that, And if I was paying attention, I know I just have to pop out the back. That's one of the really simple ways that just thinking about a trick differently can help you create some really insane looking tricks. Ooh, almost had a reverse print stealth thing going there. So yeah, just think about your tricks differently, and you'll be well on your way to creating some really cool looking tricks. It's not gonna happen instantly. I'm gonna be honest with you. This thing, like, it takes a lot of time to really think about. You're going to have to learn quite a few tricks before you can really set this into motion. So, yeah. But as you get better, you will eventually just start coming up with tricks on the fly. That's kind of what I do sometimes. I just stop what I'm doing and like just think about my tricks differently. That's how I was able to get horizontal red skull to work. So yeah, hope this helps, It's all about just thinking about where your tricks are differently. That hurt my soul. And yeah, my best advice learn a ton of other people's tricks, and then start incorporating them into your own. So, yeah. That's all there really is to this video. I'll see you guys later. I promise new vids are going to be coming very shortly. Yeah. Follow me on TikTok at Ari_throws. That's where I'm going to start posting a bit more. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.